Welcome back to Beyond the Blueprint, hosted by MP360 Design and Build. I'm your host, Paige Moses, and I'm so excited for today's episode because we're going international. Not just anywhere, we're talking Spain, sleek, modern, design-forward Spain. Joining me today is someone representing a brand that has completely changed the way we think about cabinetry. You may have seen their work in luxury kitchens around the world, or if you've been to our showroom, you've seen it up close and personal. I'm talking about DOCA, a premier cabinetry manufacturer based in Spain, known for its cutting-edge design, superior craftsmanship, and truly elevated approach to storage and living spaces. Today, I'm sitting down with Alex, the export manager for DOCA, who works closely with partners across the globe, including us at MP360 Design and Build, where we're proud to be the exclusive Midwest dealer for DOCA cabinetry. Alex, I'm so excited to have you here. For anyone who's not familiar with DOCA yet, can you tell us a little bit about the company story and how it became one of the top luxury brands based in Europe?
First of all, I would like to say thank you, Paige, for inviting me to come here and to join us. It's a pleasure being here and to have MP360 on board as a Midwest DOCA dealer. It's amazing to have them belonging to DOCA, to the DOCA family. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to introduce the line, not only to you, as well to the people that is going to listen us today. So, well, the company is 45 years old, and it was just the two owners that started in a small craftsman shop producing kitchen cabinetry and all that. First of all, in a really basic way, but later they just started to develop the product and all that. They started to employ more people because they were having more orders, more and more, until now that we are close to 100 people, that we have a huge factory that is based 2 hours at the south of Barcelona, between Barcelona and Valencia. And we are really proud about what we have, where we have arrived, producing the cabinetry that we are doing in our facilities. You have to think that maybe like 10 years ago, something like that, we were not having no dealers in America. Right now, America is one of our main markets. We have close to 32 dealers around the whole country. And we are extremely proud of where we have arrived in terms of dealers and as well in terms of quality. DOCA is a company that is still established into the high end, but as well mainly because we are offering a lot of customization. Today, we are going to talk about the different styles that we are offering, the different materials and all that, and we are going to go deeply. But I would like to pop up that customization is one of the most important things that DOCA is offering versus the other European lines. Mm-hmm. In my case, I have been working for DOCA during the last 18 years. Wow. So it has been a long time. And it's going to be a pleasure to introduce to you the finishes and to give you a general idea about what DOCA is offering.
Yes, and we're so excited to have you here. And we have Nolan joining us today, too. It was an episode he just couldn't miss.
I couldn't. Alex was here, and I got to sit in. I love spending time with Alex. So thank you for being here.
And I think we should honestly tell the people, too. Can we give them a little insight of how maybe we got paired up?
Oh, my
God. How MP360 and DOCA got together. I think that's a good story.
DOCA. It was a funny story with a tequila shot between us as well. Well, I don't know if it was tequila or something like that, but definitely.
We had been drinking. Listen, every story starts like this one time when I was drinking. Yeah, it started that way, right?
That's it. So it was super funny because we are participating during the last years to KV's exhibition. And when in one of the exhibitions, I remember that Nolan and Shannon, they came to visit us and we had, I think that we really had a nice introduction, a good feeling between us. And well, I was talking to them about the product and what we can offer them and all that. And it was like, okay, let's check. We will discuss all that and let's have a chat after the show. So that day we were going to a Greek restaurant and we were having dinner, some tequila shots and other things, I don't know. And the sudden I was having fun with our dealers and I turned and I saw the table next to us that the MP360 people were sitting next to us. So I stand up with a tequila shot and I said to them, DOCA! And they just screaming with me, DOCA as well. We cheers. And I think that it was the nicest start to the relationship that we have right now. It's not only about a business relationship. I think that it's more than that, because always when we have a new dealer on board, we like, and I'm really proud to say that they belong to the DOCA family. We don't have the feeling that they are just dealers, that they are just buying our product. I think that we have a closer relationship. When they have an issue or when we have an issue, we would like to talk to them openly, just to help each other and to work shoulder to shoulder, because at the end, our success is their success. If we are doing more business here in America, it's because of them. So the only thing we can do is to support them and offer our best service.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what makes your guys' product even more unique than what we have to offer here, because you also just take care of your clients, and those clients happen to be us that are taking care of our clients. I mean, we know that it's been a pleasure working with you, and we just want everybody to understand that the stuff that we're producing and we're able to bring to people's homes is because of you guys. And we're really excited to share that and show people how it all kind of trickles down onto a deeper level, and even our communication between you and them on a daily basis is really what makes this whole partnership work.
Thank you so much.
It's like family.
It is family.
It's like family. It is. And always we are expecting to have like a long relationship. So of course, year after year, we close that relationship, and we expect that it's not going to be only for 2 or 3 years, that it's going to take longer. They have done a great investment doing this beautiful showroom. I invite all the people listening us to come to MP360, no?
Come to MP360.
That's it, to check, no, the product that we have here. But they have done a great investment, and of course this investment has to report business for them, and it's not only for a couple of years. We expect that it's going to be a really long business relationship.
Absolutely. So let's just start with talking about DOCA in general, and talking about how did it begin and what their mission of the company is and what they want to give to people.
I mean, DOCA has changed a lot during the last years, because we realized that we can be really focused on the high end. So at the beginning, we were offering a product that was more maybe in the middle range, but we saw that we had a great opportunity going to the high end. We are offering a lot of customization, as I was telling you before, but as well we are offering different styles. There are a lot of European companies working here in America, but most of them, they are focused on the contemporary style or on the classical style. In our case, we are offering both classical, contemporary, and as well transitional, plus the fact that we are doing customization. So all these factors has elevated DOCA into the high end. It's true that when you are doing like a big house, no, the designer and the architect, they ask for custom things, custom stains, custom shaker doors, custom whatever, and DOCA is able to say yes to most of these requests. So this is why we are working into the high end, because the architects and designers, they want to work with a company that is saying yes to most of the requests that they are asking to us. As well, the good point about DOCA is that it's not only about the kitchen cabinetry. The main production is the kitchen cabinetry, but we are offering as well dressings, closets, laundries, vanities, wall paneling, outdoor kitchen, offices, whatever you may need for the entire house. And this is really important, because the designers and the architects, usually when they are working with a walnut, maybe they want to use the same walnut for the kitchen, for the wall paneling, all over the house. And DOCA is able to offer this service. So this is as well, again, why we are into the high end. In terms of the materials, here in the showroom you have a great selection, but we are not working only with the basic materials such as, for example, walnut and oak. We have different veneers like eucalyptus, mahogany, sapelli, rosewood, ebony, different veneers, and as well we have so many options. So with all this material and all these things, we have arrived where we want it to be, which is into the high level.
Absolutely. I mean, it obviously shows as well. And I think that's what also makes our project super unique, is we've kind of changed our mindset about things. And so we are using systems in different parts of the home. And I think it honestly makes it 10 times more unique. I mean, all of our projects are custom, but the things that we're able to do with your guys' cabinetry and the systems that you guys have to offer, I think it just takes even our designs and our projects to the next level, which is
we have
awesome.
So many different things that some of our designers internally have put together for some current jobs that are actually going on here in Kansas City. that I didn't even know was possible. We've asked and you guys have produced, and we thank you for that, just because it does create a unique piece for that client, and it's beautiful. Alex, you talked a lot about like the customization, but one thing that, I really value is quality.
Of course.
Maybe you can talk a little bit, like it's very difficult, obviously, just over the air, if people are watching us, to see quality. I mean, you really have to come in and actually touch and feel it. But maybe you can speak a little bit by just the way that maybe your stains or your finishes or the durability. I mean, it is a completely different animal than most other cabinets that are out there.
Yeah, why don't you explain to the audience like the difference between what you guys have to offer as a manufactured cabinetry and then compared to like a build and place, spray and place cabinetry that like is more of a locally built?
I mean, at the end is, in my opinion, it's all about the materials. For example, I'm sure that here you can get laminate materials. Our carcasses are made with laminate, but of course there are different levels of laminate. In our case, we are using the last generation of laminates, high-end laminates, and it really makes a difference. Sometimes the local carpenters, with all my respect, because they do an amazing work, and I'm not saying that the work they do, it's a good work. The opposite, I really think that they do crazy things and beautiful things. But it's true that sometimes when the company it's a bigger one, we have access to materials, to mechanisms, to door systems that maybe these local carpenters cannot get. In our case, we are using really high-tech MDF, laminates, veneers, mechanisms for the doors, for the push to open, hinges, sliding doors, pocket doors, and all this at the end makes a difference in terms of the quality. Nolan was right when saying that it's not only about the customization, it's about the quality. When you touch one of the mechanisms that we are offering and you play with it and you compare it maybe with a local company doing like maybe a more basic mechanism, at the end you really see the difference. I mean, when we are in the high end, you are not paying extra just because you want to pay extra. You are paying extra because you want to get something with the right quality, something that is going to be durable, something that you can work with and that you know that is going to stay there for a long time. And this is what DOCA is offering: quality, customization, durability, and I really think that are factors that are extremely important. As well, coming back again to what I was explaining before about the designers and the architects and all that, I really think that they appreciate to work only with one company. Why? Because sometimes if you want the vanities, you have to go to one company. If you want the dressings, you have to go to another company. If you want the kitchen, to another company. And at the end, you are working with different companies, with different people. Every single person has a different speech, a different language, a different product. And at the end, it makes their life a little bit more difficult. If they come to MP360 and they see that from here they can get all the stuff for the house, it's going to be much better for them and less headache, because they are going to talk only with one person. They are going to have the same material all over the house, and it's going to be much easier for them to work with.
Will you speak a little bit about what makes this product so durable? So like with build and spray and place, that's the cabinets being built and sprayed within your home, but that's not the case with your manufactured cabinetry. And so I think that's a key difference, and people really don't always understand until maybe they put one piece in their house and then they have another piece in their house and they're comparing the two and they're like, well, this one's lasting a lot longer, and oh my gosh, there's no chips or hits or bumps or whatever in it. Why is that? And why does DOCA last so much longer than something that's
in our case
built locally?
In our case, Paige, you are saying, because you have been here while we were fitting the showroom and all that, we produce all the cabinetry at home and we fix and fit all the cabinetry at home. It means that when you are getting the material from us, the unit is already fitted by our side, and we can guarantee that the quality is the right one. We certificate that we build the cabinet with the right way, using the right mechanisms, the right quality, the right product, and all that. So I really think that it makes totally different, because when you are fitting something on site, you have maybe to cut material and to improvise a little bit about the installation and all that. In our case, all this is made at home. You send to us the drawings. We are going to review the drawings. We are going to be sure that everything is fit perfectly. We are going to check that technically whatever you are ordering is going to work on site. So we fix all the units at the factory. We make sure that everything is looking nice, that everything is working together, and we send to you the cabinets already fitted, because like this we can warranty the right quality and the durability of the product.
Something else, I mean, we've talked about customization a lot, but I think something that people should really understand is how truly customizable, like something, even if you guys didn't even offer it from the get-go, how rarely do you say yes and how rarely do you say no?
Okay, sometimes I like to explain that you have to have a little bit of common sense, and to take into account the gravity. Because sometimes, believe me, that we get like crazy request that is completely impossible.
Like
because
what?
have you thought in really how you're going to fit it and how you're going to do it? Because this is not going to work at all.
Floating cabinetry.
So yeah.
Right.
So sometimes it's a little bit crazy, but it's true that from our side we have a really technical department. So always when we get a request, we are going to talk with the technical department and the production manager to be sure that we are going to produce whatever you are looking for. So we have a lot of standard finishes, a lot of standard door styles, but when I'm saying a lot, it means a lot. For the shakers, we have maybe more than 20 different styles just for the shaker doors. But imagine, for example, that one day you are in a bar having a drink with your friends and all that, and then suddenly you see a beautiful door that inspires you for the next project you are working with or something like that. In that case, you can send to us a technical drawing, more or less specifying what you are looking for, the dimensions, how big the frame is going to be, which material you are thinking about. And once we get this information from your side, we are going to develop your idea and to try to arrive the closer to the request you have. It doesn't mean that every single project that we are going to get must be custom. Okay, this is something extra that DOCA is offering. Of course, always we have to try to stay more or less standard because we have a lot of finishes and a lot of materials, but we are able to customize whatever you may need. And this is something that the designers really appreciate, because at the end, when you are working with other European lines, when you go to buy a kitchen, they can get the kitchen as it is. And that kitchen has no personality at all, because the kitchen looks the same in that house, in the next house, and in the next house. Yeah. In our case, because we have this kind of customization, the architect and the designer, they can place their soul in the kitchen and they can customize a little bit to make them feel that they are doing something unique for the client. At the end, when you are spending a big quantity of money, you want to get something unique from your house. You don't want to have whatever the neighbor has next to you. So you are paying all this extra to offer exclusivity. And exclusivity is what the clients from DOCA are looking for.
Absolutely. And do you think that this helps DOCA like foster that innovation with their products themselves and getting new ideas from all these different influences? Or do you guys still feel like you kind of rely just on like your Spanish influences and stuff that's around you? Or are you looking to those designers for looking towards those new trends and new things that you're wanting to innovate on?
I totally agree with you that when we are getting this kind of requests as well, they help ourselves maybe to have a different point of view or to have other ideas that maybe we were not thinking about. It's true that we are lucky because we are in Europe, and in Europe there are a lot of things happening in terms of design, in terms of things, technical things and new things that are popping up. But we get these ideas from our clients, and sometimes when we see that there is something interesting, we develop the idea, and maybe we don't follow exactly what they are asking for, but we develop the idea because we think that it's interesting. But as well, we are really influential, thank you, by the European market, because at the end we are there and we of course check what's happening in Spain, Italy, Germany and other countries. So I really think that it's a mix of both, but it's true that DOCA has a really hard identity and we want to follow what made us grow up, but we have a big influence as well from our dealers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what kind of makes us in a unique situation is we're kind of trying to bring those influences to the Midwest. Yeah. And it can be, I mean, you have a lot to talk about here in this space. It's like, it can be difficult to kind of get people to wrap their head around like
something new.
Yes. Yeah. Well, also like people come up here and yes, this is very contemporary and it's kind of like, wow. But
But it's a warm contemporary. Like
Yes.
it's modern. But we've had clients come up here and they're like, "Hey, this is not how I thought it would feel. I love it. It's warm."
They're shocked.
They're shocked. Their minds change. They say, "Hey, I do want this. I wasn't expecting that. This is something that I want in my personal home." And it's a complete mind shift. But and that's I think that's what we're trying to do here. I think it's what DOCA's trying to do, is that we're trying to push the envelope on new innovation and new style, and to let people know they can have something in their home that is different, that has not been seen before, that the person down the street, that they, just because they did it doesn't mean that you have to do it. So let us try to bring something new into your home that you're going to absolutely love for years. And it's not just it is timeless. It's not just for that
Correct.
moment. It is timeless. So very beautiful stuff.
As well, I would like to add that, you have to make, or to try to make, your customer feel unique. So the great thing about us is that when they are coming to the showroom, for sure, they are going to see beautiful kitchens and the closets and the bar area, and it's beautiful. But when you start playing with the end customer and the designer, it's extremely important when you are opening the drawers, when you are opening the mechanisms, they feel the quality. But as well, they say, can I have, instead of 4 pull-outs, could I have 5 pull-outs? Yes, you can. And can I have a cutlery, and the cutlery to have the bottom panel with this specific ceramic material matching the countertop? Yes, you can. And can I have this shakeador that is made with 3 steps? Instead of 3, I would like 2 steps, or the 3rd step to be bigger, wider, whatever. Yes, you can. So all that makes the client to feel unique, to feel that they are getting something just for their house, and to make them feel super special. Because usually when you go to other showrooms, it's a little bit more ABC, and sometimes a little bit closed mind in terms of a special requests and all that. And with our case, we want to make the client feel that we are doing a kitchen just for them. In really, at DOCA, we don't have any stock at all. Even the carcasses are not under stock. When we are getting the order, we work first of all with the technical department, as I said before, to be sure that everything can be produced. And once we start production, we start from zero. So we are going to cut all the panels. We are going to buy the mechanisms for you. We are going to buy the accessories. So that kitchen is going to be produced just for you. It's not something that we have in the bookshelf and that we are getting from there. It's something that we produce uniquely for you.
And I think that's truly the definition of being fully customizable. And I think that's also something that has allowed our team and our company to evolve, is because now our designers are in a mindset of, they're not just going in and they're like, oh, so what do you want? Let me see your inspiration pictures. And okay, we can do this. No, like, when we have somebody who's doing a closet, we send them an itemized list. Tell us everything that's in your closet. Tell us your daily routine, how you live in that space.
Correct.
What you're doing on there on a daily basis. Maybe something's not as functional as you would like it to be. What would your ideal situation be? And so it's on a completely different and deeper level than people really understand. It's, you're not just getting a remodel. You're getting something that's completely custom to you and your lifestyle and the way you want to live in that space.
Correct.
So I think it's, a mindset shift that people don't always necessarily know is possible. So
I think also is very nice is like previously, Alex had talked about how large the company has grown, but yet it feels small.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when we call, I call you personally all the time for questions, for help, for troubleshooting, things like that, which is very nice, even though
whether he likes it or not.
which is actually quite nice, and I think we copy you on every single email. So even though the company has grown, it still remains very personable, and so we can give that level of customization and individuality to each client that we service. So so I think that's something very cool about DOCA. So
we really love to be next to our clients. At the end, we are who we are because of you. So we like to answer our emails the same day that we get the emails. We like to be always not 24/7, let's say 24/5, something like that. But we love to get the messages by WhatsApp or whatever, just trying to make your life easy, to get the answers quick, because at the end as well, you want to offer to your end customer or to your designers, whatever, the right answer as soon as you can. So as I said before, we are working as a family, and as a family, we have to help each other, and to offer the best service is what we can do the best for our dealers.
But it's also the way we care about our projects too. Like you're going out of your way and trying to make sure everything's good on your end so that we can take care of our people too. And that's how we feel, is because we're in their home for, gosh, I don't know, sometimes 2 years. You never know, for a long time. So you want to have that good relationship, and people at the end of the day just want to feel like they're being taken care of.
You want me to go ahead and start?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. Well, I was going to ask, how many, without customizing, we know we can customize anything and we can ask for anything, but just in production right now, because I mean, we have a display cabinet filled with doors, and I don't even think we have a fraction of, but do you have any idea how many, door products that you offer at this point in time? If a person comes in, they could
I mean, it's difficult to answer the question because it's insane in terms of the finishes. In general, I can say that we have more than 200, 250 finishes. But we have to take into consideration that I'm talking about laminates, veneers, lacquers, glasses, mirrors, metals. So there are a lot of materials that we are working with. Door styles, the same. Could we have like maybe 60, 70 different door styles? But if we go for a flat door, hundreds, because all the materials that we are offering are available as a flat door. For shaker, we are offering walnut, oak, and ash for every single shaker doors. But it's important to know that we have different stains for these different veneers. Glass doors, for example, aluminum glass doors. We are the only company that into the high end that it's offering 9 different styles for the aluminum glass doors. When I'm saying different styles, I mean different profiles, different frames around the glass. And those frames, available in gold, bronze, black, chrome, stainless, white. So to talk about numbers, it's difficult because we have so much combinations, so much finishes. The same door style can be done with maybe 50, 60 different finishes and different combinations. So it's endless.
I think we should also talk about just what the standard is for them. Because I think in the United States, and especially the Midwest, you see people who are giving an upcharge on soft clothes. And we think that's crazy.
For me, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's a standard for us. But also with lighting. We've had some experiences when it's a local made or something like that. It's just not as seamless. And your guys' integrated lighting and how that works is impeccable, but also always still being improved. Even since our latest install in here.
I think like some of the under cabinet lighting, how when we first installed these cabinets, since then it's improved because it's really it's half the width that it was before. Is it's very minimal. I mean it doesn't impact the lighting, but it just is so minimalistic. It's like, where's it coming from? Which I think is beautiful. So
I mean, DOCA always is trying to improve the product we have. Every single year we try to offer new finishes. In the case that we see that there is a new lighting system, a new mechanical system like pocket doors or something like that, we love to improve and to offer the latest thing that our suppliers are offering to us.
I've actually never seen a pocket door system like you guys
Tell
do.
them about it.
It's a little bit different. Well, and obviously you can't come in the showroom and see it because it is hidden by how it's put away. But when you see one, before we do an install, it's actually very impressive. And then since then you've improved it where it's a push hole, but it's literally disappearing into the cabinetry, so you don't have anything sticking out when you have that door open. I
mean, all the systems, they evolution. They evolution like really quick, because the first pocket systems that we were offering, they were really simple in comparison with the systems that we have right now. So the systems we have, according to our opinion, are the best systems that we can get from the suppliers. Of course, there are different suppliers offering the systems, and always we test all of them and we choose that one that we feel that is the most one. But right now, for example, as you were mentioning before, we have a beautiful pocket door, but right now we have improved the pocket door, and we have a system where the pocket door is going to be flush with the door next to it once the door is open. Pocket doors were not really popular 10 years ago. Right now, I'm not going to say every single kitchen, but close to every single kitchen have a couple of systems because they want to have a bar area, they want to have a breakfast area, and it's really nice to have the idea that you have like a small kitchen inside a cabinet that you can close in the case that you have somebody coming to the house and maybe it's not fully clean or something like that. You hide all the stuff inside, you close the doors, and that's it. What else in terms of materials? This year, for example, we have introduced more than 12 different door styles. We have introduced new veneers. We have introduced 8 new laminates. We have introduced 5 new lacquer colors. So always we are avant-garde?
On the vanguard, on the forefront. Yeah.
Correct. And trying to offer the latest things.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think the most requested thing has been in the past year for DOCA to either develop or evolve?
Stylistically?
Yeah.
It's funny.
That or mechanically, anything, technically?
I mean, it's funny because depending, if we talk about finishes, depending on the country, and depending inside the country, of course, America is a huge country. And depending on the area where the dealer is, the request is totally different. Really? Totally different. We have some clients that they are asking for more shakadors. Our shakadors are quite unique because, for example, we have shakadors where the handle is routed in the frame and you cannot see any handle at all. We have different thicknesses, we have different widths for the frame going around, and we have people that they are asking more for shakadors because the style that they are offering to the end customer is more classical or transitional. We have others that they are asking for different veneers or light veneers. Some years ago in Europe was really trendy, this kind of Scandinavian style. For us, that style, it's already dead. I mean, it's a long time. But we have some areas in the US that right now they are saying to us that the Scandinavian style is that the hottest thing and what they want to offer to the clients. So we had to introduce new oaks and some of the oaks that we had before. So we have taken them back in our book because we realized that people is asking again for this kind of light oaks to have this kind of Scandinavian style. So it's a difficult question, but always for sure we are going to try to satisfy the request that we are getting from them.
What is something that you've said no to?
That we said what? Excuse me?
That you have said no to. Like
said
some
no
sort
to?
of customization that you have said no to, that you think you could not do. Like, what is something you really couldn't do?
Wow. Let me think about it, because in really, and I'm totally honest with you, there are not a lot of times that we are saying no to something. We are saying no, for example, when you have an island, for example, and you want to hang glass wall units from the ceiling, and you want those wall units to have the bottom made with glass, the sides made with glass, the doors made with glass. It's like a glass box that hangs from the ceiling.
Sounds like a liability.
So in that case, we said no. But of course, we were developing that idea, and we said that we had to place some solid dividers and solid sides to make it strong enough and all that. So we developed that idea. But to say no to something, it's difficult.
Those clients had 0 kids. I want to let you
Yeah,
know.
that's it.
Well, it's kind of like the island that we have here that's like floating on glass. It looks like it's floating. It's
For
gorgeous.
example.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That island, it's unbelievable, for example. And at the beginning, when we had the first request that was coming from New York about an island with a glass leg, it was like, oh my God, this is not going to work. How are we going to do an island of 3.2 meters by 1.5 to stand up on top of a glass leg? It's going to break. And we were doing some prototypes and some tests, and finally we find a way to do this floating carrier island that is becoming super successful. Really, a lot of our dealers are displaying this island in the display as the one you have here, and as well there is a lot of end customers that they would like to have this kind of island mainly for a bar area or to accent a part of the house, and it's looking incredible. So always before saying no, we are going to develop the idea, to talk with the technical department, to talk with that's it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to say no when we don't have the machinery to produce. Well, we don't have the machinery because it's not our goal.
Yeah.
For example, if you ask for a special handle, we buy the handles from our suppliers. We don't have a machinery doing stainless or steel handles or something like that. So in that case, we have to say no. Or for example, you ask for a specific glass door with a specific aluminum frame. In that case, we have to say no because we are not producing the profiles. We are buying the profiles from our supplier. We build the glass doors at home, but the profiles are produced by a company that is helping us. So when we are saying no in these kinds of situations, but if it's things related with lacquer, veneer, or things like that, always we are going to try to say yes.
I think this is a perfect time to kind of mention Nolan's fun idea that he had found on social media, and Heidi had just showed you downstairs, our designer Heidi. A little sneak peek. We have an artisan home that's going to be on the 2026 tour. We don't know when this is going to be released, so maybe it will be a while, so it'll be fine. But we'll give them a sneak peek. And Nolan came across a really cool video. Why don't you describe them? Try in your best words to describe what you're envisioning.
I think it was kind of like art. To be honest with you, I think that the store style that we're kind of looking at, realistically it could put it on a wall. You could use it as more of storage. I don't think I would necessarily use it in a kitchen because I think the way that it would integrate into a home is to show it off as wall art. And then as you were opening, you're like, oh, I have storage behind here. And I actually just took Alex downstairs and said, hey, is this something we can do? And again, it was like, absolutely, let's make it happen.
To like kind of have you envision what it looks like. It literally looks like a gemstone or like a diamond.
It's like
or
a
something.
diamond.
It's like shaped and like it's 3D.
Just
it's
because you just recently got engaged doesn't mean like everything looks like a gemstone.
Sorry, everything's a diamond.
She's like, oh, it looks like gems. I'm like, of course, everything looks like a gem to you right now.
Come on.
But yeah, I think that would be a perfect opportunity to feature something like that is in the artisan home, and we are going to feature DOCA products in that home. So people
we're so excited for everybody to see it.
And we've been talking to you about that for quite a while now. So I think it'll be a kind of a great launch for people in Kansas City who haven't made it out to the showroom yet, to actually see some products and see the customization. And
also, if you happen to go buy that artisan home in 2026, just make sure you open all the drawers. Like, we're welcoming you to open all of the drawers in our cabinetry and everything. We want you to see the insides, the outsides, everything.
Yeah, the insides are just as sexy as the outside.
Yes.
I mean, they're kind of...
Our cabinetry,
that's
it. Our cabinetry, it's a cabinetry to play with. I mean, it's so boring when you go to a kitchen and most of the doors are not opening because maybe they don't have the accessories inside or they don't have whatever. So our kitchens is something that you have to play with because we want you to feel the functionality. It's not only about the beauty, the quality, the customization, the high end. As well, our kitchens are functional and they are working. And we have so many accessories to make them even more functional for you. So I really invite all of you to open the drawers, to test the cutleries, to test the different accessories that we have inside the cutleries. We have accessories for a wine area. We have accessories for cocktails. We have accessories for olive oil. I mean, a lot of accessories, and all this when you are going to one of these dream houses, it's something that you need to test because it's in really when you are going to feel that kitchen is going to be for you. If you cannot open the doors and all that, it's like, I don't want a kitchen that is not going to work. I want a kitchen that is showing all the things that I can have in my house. So I really invite all of you to go to this beautiful house. A lot of DOCA cabinetry is going to be there. For sure, as Nolan was saying, we are going to develop some crazy ideas because we want to offer something unique, and they are going to get all our support for that beautiful home. We are really excited, and again, thank you for taking into account DOCA, being part of this awesome house. I have seen some renderings and they look amazing. Congratulations, they look amazing. The swim pool area, oh my gosh, that's crazy. It's a dream home for sure.
It is a dream home. It is a dream home.
Unbelievable.
It's unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see it in person. But this is actually funny that you're talking about the customization of the inside because we actually just finished up a project and it was fully customized. The insides, the outsides.
Oh, gorgeous. Yeah. Well, you were at the home, right?
Yeah.
Was that
to the point of explain how detailed we got with this.
I mean, the client, the great clients, and we just finished the home, and they were able to customize every single drawer box, down to she's like, hey, I want to put my my tea packets in, and we measured out how the size of her tea bags and how they're going to go in there and all that. And then, we used a lot of biometric locks in different areas, hidden, hidden areas. DOCA really, helped us, go into certain rooms of the house, and it's absolutely beautiful. And, there's, she was able to, hide whatever she wanted to. So it was, private for them.
Yeah.
So
people just don't always understand, like, the possibilities are seriously endless.
They really are. I think a lot of people, they see a lot of things on. Everybody's like watching TikTok, or they're also Pinterest, and they see the outside is very beautiful, but they get stuck into what is being shown at that point in time. And we invite them to think completely differently, just because that they may have something in their mind and they don't think it's doable. If you don't think bring it to us, and let us be the ones to tell you, this is impossible, because we've yet been able to say that, obviously with partners like yourselves and DOCA, that we try to find a yes to every situation.
Correct.
And so we invite people to come in and try to stump us, I guess, if we can. So
come on,
I'm so happy because I see, Nolan, that you really take the DOCA philosophy.
Absolutely,
I'm extremely happy about that, because you
Nolan's
really
a big dreamer.
You think about that. That's it. You think like if you are working in DOCA, 18 years as me. So I like that.
Exactly, but I think that's what makes it so unique, is because a lot of people get in these situations, like, if you're not in the industry and you're not working in it every day, and say you're looking for somebody who's going to build you a home or a remodel, sometimes it's word of mouth. And so you just get paired with a person because that's who you heard somebody else use. And then you get into the situation and you're really relying on that person to kind of guide you and show you, okay, this is what we do, and this is what we do, and this is what we do. But we've noticed in our market and where we are is cabinetry is lacking so badly, especially just in new builds or even just remodels in general. It's just not taken into account the way it should be. And I don't know, we're still kind of trying to figure out why, but because in our minds, we're thinking some of this stuff is in the most high traffic areas of the home. It should be one of the biggest investments in the home, but it's just kind of changing that mindset that even is a possibility, because people rely a lot on their GC or their designer or their builder to help make these decisions. And so I think that's what makes this all so special, is that we're giving them this information that they can really make those decisions and really like make it a space what they want. Maybe they're not living the way they want to live in their space. Like, that's what we can create for them. And I think that's what's unique. So
this is why we have a really close relationship with our dealers, and why I'm traveling a lot, offering trainings to them and making them understand what DOCA can offer. Because it's not only just to read the book, the technical books, and to know what we have there. It's as well to understand the philosophy, to understand what we can offer, to understand even how we produce the cabinetry, to make them feel when they get a special request, if that request can be done or not. So I love to be next to the dealers, next to the designers that they're working for them, to explain them the different options, to send them examples, because believe me that it's completely crazy and completely different than what the other companies are offering. I'm not blaming about them. It's totally the opposite. I love what they are, the others. All the companies have my respect, because of course they are doing a great job, but it's true that DOCA, it's offering something different than the others not, and this is why we have grown up a lot during the last years in America.
Well, that's interesting too, is how did DOCA get introduced to America too? Because it's so interesting, because for us, we're in a space where it's like people are lacking in cabinetry so poorly that it's kind of shocking that we're able to get this product here now, and we're the one who's really pushing it and stuff like that. And was it difficult to kind of get?
It was extremely difficult.
Really?
Extremely difficult. It's true that right now we have help. We have a US rep, and he's opening us doors to new dealers and all that. But we started in 2014, which was the first time that we went to Eurococina in Milan. Which is like the main show in Europe, and if you're interested in trends and the latest things and all that,
it's a designer's paradise, basically.
That's it, correct. The designer's paradise. So
too.
Eurococina is the place to go. So DOCA decided to invest. You have to think that DOCA it's a small company. I mean, if we compare with all these huge companies, in really DOCA, it's a really unique and a small company. It's like a big craftsmanship. Okay, so for DOCA, going to the Eurocucina was an effort because it reported a big expense and a lot of money going there, a lot of people, a lot of time, being sure that the designs that we were going to introduce were going to be aligned, and with the level
Kind
that
of a
the other
risk.
companies. That's it.
Yeah.
It was super risky. So we decided to go there, and one of the first dealers one of the first people that was interested with our product was from Miami. So we had the first dealer in Miami because of the Eurocucina. After Miami, we met Amir, our US rep, who is based in New Jersey. So we started to develop the market. We decided to go to Eurocucina 2016. We met the guy from Beverly Hills. We met the guys from New York. So we started to develop the market. And since then, I mean, we have been in KBs. I think that we have been there for the last maybe 6 years. And as for example, MP360, we found a lot of dealers as well from KBs. So we started to develop the market, and right now we have 32 dealers. It has been extremely difficult. We had to readjust our product to America. We work with Imperials, you work with hinges. Everything in America is huge. In Europe, everything is huge. You don't have a fridge, you have the fridge. You don't have an oven, you have the biggest oven in the world. So we had to readjust our cabinetry to make it work with the 24, the 30, the 36 inches. We had to offer maybe materials that for us were not important, and that for the US market was important, as for example plywood, because I know that the Americans are really used to work with plywood, and plywood is something that we were not using at all. And right now we have some of the doors that are made with a plywood body, and as well we are offering plywood as an option for the carcasses in the case that you want it. So it was a great experience at the beginning. For example, I remember that if we wanted to start exporting product to California, we had to be under the CARB 2 law, which is the free
Formaldehyde?
That's it. Thank you so much. Formaldehyde. Okay. So we had to buy all the material according to the CARB 2 law, because if not, it was completely impossible to send the material to America. So it was a big investment, because we had to double the material to have it for Europe and for America. We had to remodel the technical books. We had to remodel the way that we were producing. But we are really proud that we did all this 10 years ago, because right now the main production is coming from America.
Really?
Really.
When did you see that switch? How many years did it take for America to be
Wow.
more than...
I mean, we have been here in the market for the last 11 years. I guess that the first 2 years were the busiest years in terms of looking for the materials and developing new ideas and all that. But we have arrived to a point where people start recognizing DOCA. It's funny because at the beginning, when I was coming here and I was talking about DOCA, nobody knew about what DOCA was, and it was a little bit like difficult, sad, because you really wanted to start developing the brand, but it was like, oh, nobody knows who is DOCA. But right now it's nice because we have day after day designers and architects that they are sending emails to the factory, checking where the showrooms are, checking which is the closest dealer to them. And this is super important because DOCA is doing a name, DOCA is starting being recognized in America, and we are extremely proud. And all that is because of the dealers we have.
Well, as you should be. I mean, that's super exciting. And I think that just also allows more creativity and more innovation for you guys as well. But I think it's also super cool for us because we don't always get to see the forefront of design and things like that and trends, especially being in the center of the country. Yeah. So we like to be those people who can kind of foster that in our own projects and for people around us. So thank
Alex,
you for allowing that.
I wanted to point something out or ask. I mean, I know that you are, part of the export and you get to travel around and everything, but how much design influence that you have? Because I know that you really helped us put this showroom up.
I mean, my story in DOCA, it's a little bit like not strange,
Right.
but well, my background is design.
Yeah.
I studied engineered in industrial design, so it was more like technical, and I started working at DOCA as a designer. So first of all, when I was there, I was doing displays, I was doing the kitchens for the exhibitions. We were discussing about how to produce the cabinetry and all that. And you can see that I'm a person that is speaking, that is not shy,
Yeah.
that I love to meet new people and all that.
That's why we're the three best friends.
That's right.
So one of the DOCA owners, Jose Luis Castells, he said if I wanted to start working on the commercial side, and I said, why not? I mean, I love to travel. I love to meet new people. So let's go for it. So first of all, I started visiting some clients in Spain just to test myself and to check how I was feeling. And when they realized that I can speak more or less English, I know that my English is not perfect, but when they realized that more or less I can speak it, they said, Alex, do you like to start traveling and to promote the company, not only in Spain, as well in the UK and in the US and other places? And I said yes. And until now, right now I'm the export manager. I'm doing design, or I'm helping with the displays. It's true that we have a design team that those are the ones developing the product, developing ideas and all that. But when we have a new dealer, I recommend to them what to display, how to make the layout for the display, as for example we did here at MP360. And for me, it's such a great experience because I can still do my background, which is design, but as well I'm enjoying being the export manager and traveling all over the world. So yeah,
You get
it's
the best
a
of
great
both
experience.
worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like it.
So people who are listening to this and they are feeling so inspired and they want DOCA in their projects, what is the first step of doing that?
What's the first? What, excuse me?
First step that they need to do to get that.
The first step is to call MP360. Yesterday, they had to call MP360.
Yes,
I knew he was going to say that.
Yesterday.
Always when you are thinking about remodeling your house and remodeling your kitchen and all that, I think that it's nice to make some homework before going to visit MP360, for example, or any of the DOCA dealers that we have around America, and just to offer them a little bit of the idea that you are looking for your kitchen. It's true that maybe you go to a dealer and your idea is to go for a white kitchen and it finalized being black.
Yeah.
This could happen. But it's nice to have just like a general idea, because like this, they are going to have something like a start point about how to start designing and all that. MP360 has beautiful designers. They have a beautiful team. I have been teaching them. We have been offering training, and I'm sure that whatever you are thinking for your house, they are going to come here and they are going to feel at home. They are extremely sweet. I love the girls that are working for you, and I'm sure that they can do a really good work. So. Yeah.
You heard the man. Just come to MP360. Come take a look at our showroom. I mean, it's hard to not feel inspired when you walk up in a space like this. I mean, it's the most beautiful thing. So you did an incredible job as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you for your help. And thank you for just always being there for us. I mean, it truly makes
It makes it easier for us, so thank you.
so much easier. And we're just so excited to be able to share, not only locally, but kind of nationally. We've had some people reach out around the country just from seeing our videos and stuff. And they're just feeling super compelled because it's unlike anything else. So
it's crazy because right now with Instagram and all these apps, I mean, we have people from all over the world that they are contacting us, and that maybe we are doing a kitchen. For example, I have a great example with a new dealer we have in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, and they came to the factory and they wanted to start working with DOCA, and I was showing to them all the finishes and all that. So they came back to Argentina, and they told me that they had a meeting with a client, and the client was showing a video of our client, of our dealer in New Jersey.
no way.
And the client in Argentina was
Like,
saying
I
that
know
he
him.
wanted a kitchen like the one in the video on Instagram. And this is a DOCA
You look
kitchen,
perfect.
and this kitchen was made in New Jersey. And it's incredible. It's incredible. As well, we have really nice dealers, as for example that you are supporting DOCA, that you are doing a lot of marketing, that you are making DOCA be recognized over the world, and all this is because of your work, the podcast, the videos, whatever you make. So I really want to say thank you to you and all the dealers, because without our help, this is something that is not going to happen, never ever.
Well, thank you so much for being amazing. Thank you for coming today. I mean, he traveled
My
all the way from
pleasure.
Spain, you guys.
Thanks to
That's
be here
huge.
for our podcast.
Yes,
pleasure.
but we just can't thank you enough, and we're so excited to be able to share, especially in this artisan tour 2026. Everybody keep an eye out. DOCA is going to be in that home, and it's going to be unlike anything else you've ever experienced. So just thank you for being you, and thank you for taking care of us. And we're so excited to share what DOCA has to offer with everybody. So thank you.
This is my pleasure. Believe me. Thank you so much. You can advise me anytime. It's a pleasure always to come to Kansas City to enjoy the barbecue and all that, the beautiful local food that you are offering me. So thank you so much. Thank you for being part of the DOCA family. And I hope that in the close future, all this is going to be one of the most important dealers in America. So thank you so much.
Excited.
Thank you, Alex.
DOCA.
DOCA.
DOCA. DOCA. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
We're good.